everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Berkeley Alumni's Pass the Mic, where we pass the mic to you. My name is Jaquel Illy.
I'm Patrick Pharma.
Hey, boss. How you doing?
I got to get this up off the top before this person changes the station, but I want to say a very special hello to my friend Chris Gaines, who has the Pass the Mic podcast automatically start in his car every morning when when he gets going, and he doesn't know how to change it. So we have a super fan with Chris Gaines. So hi, Chris, and I'll say hi to his family, Mandy and Max and Mina. Thanks for listening, guys. I wish we could do that to everybody and just have the podcast start in their car immediately.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you for your support, Chris. Hope you're liking the episodes. Awesome. Well, shout out to you. But boss, can you believe that we are on our last episode of season 3? Like, whoa.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. And actually, when I was editing the interview today, I was trying to remember what season we were on. I was like, is this 4 or 3? We're in the in-between time. Plus, we had that year of just, developing the podcast before we put it out. So
yes. Wow, what a journey. I'm super excited. I'm just so proud of us. I feel like we grow each and every year. It's like we have our flow. We have this thing, like our bond, and how our people always talk about our banter, but little do they know, like, this is really us. Like, this is not a show. This is how we talk to each other.
Absolutely.
And I'm grateful. Yeah. So, as we said, this is the last episode of this season. I wanted to reflect on our January episode, and we played this game, if you remember, Keep, Drop, and Try.
Oh, I remember.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, I've been waiting for this to come back around.
What did you say you were going to try again?
I said I never got a massage.
Okay. So we are in June, 6 months of the new year. How has that been? Have you accomplished this yet? Yes or no?
Originally I was thinking I didn't accomplish it, but then the institutional advancement staff all know my dog Richard, and this winter I was taking Richard out for a walk, and it was really icy, and I slipped, and I hurt my leg, and so now I have a tight hamstring. It's a real baseball injury. It's like I got a tight hammy. So I have been going to physical therapy for the past few months, where I do get like massages on the muscles to loosen them up. So although I didn't go out and get like a nice massage, I do get like a sports massage twice every week now.
If you guys could just see the smile on his face, he's like, yeah, I actually did it. I don't know. I don't know if I will allow it, but I will allow it. But it's just like, you're supposed to be at massage envy, laying down, when they are just like with peaceful music, eyes closed.
It's that
was what I'm thinking.
It's that E sharp F flat thing, it's still technically a note.
Tomato. Well, first, I want to say I hope in the next 6 months you're able to get a real massage. Well, I'm going to work with Des on that.
Okay.
Me.
Well, we'll see that for the season opener of season 4.
Okay, yes. Okay, this is like a little halfway mark. Okay, I like that. That's fine. We'll check back. Yeah, we'll check back. Okay, so for me, I said for my try, I wanted to read more books. Mm-hmm. And I have been reading books. I am currently on my third and fourth book, and the book that I've been reading, I don't know if I didn't say this. The books that I've been reading are slave books, boss.
Okay. All right.
And the reason why I decided to read slave books was because for Black History Month in February, I wanted to watch all these slave movies, and then I was like, why watch slave movies over when I can read actual accounts, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like, Hollywood is Hollywood. Things are going to be added. Although, most of it is probably, like real.
Right.
I just feel like I could get the real accounts from the slaves themselves. So the books that I've been reading are One was a book about Harriet Tubman. It was an interview, and the person who interviewed her wrote the book. And then another one was on Solomon Northup, 12 Years a Slave, the man who was abducted from the North and was into slavery in New Orleans for 12 years. And now I am currently reading Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl. And I'm almost done with that. And I'm enjoying it. You know, it's just interesting. It's just like, oh my goodness, like, wow. But aside from, you know, the cruelties of slavery, I'm also reading another book. It's called, I'm also reading another book. It's called Black Girls Must Die Exhausted.
What?
I'm laughing, boss, because this doesn't sound like good things to read. I'm crying. But okay. 3, 2, 1. The last book I'm reading right now, currently, is Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. I'm reading this book because I was in a book club and they decided to read this book, and I did not finish the book in time. So I still went, engaged in discussion, and now I have half the book left to read. So I am doing great on my goals, and I'm actually really enjoying it. It's making me be in my phone less. So I'm actually grateful for that. And yeah.
Not reading the book and showing up to the book club is the story of my college career.
No, seriously. It's like, dang, I didn't get to it, but I'm going to do it, especially since I bought the book. I'm not going to waste my money.
Well, I still have the same books sitting over in my next to my desk that I did in January. So don't worry. I know where they are.
Okay. So basically, if I want to start a book club, just maybe not invite you.
Yeah, no, don't. It's
okay. You can come to the discussion, though.
When I have parties, I say, you can come if you want. And if you don't come, I don't want you to tell me why. I don't want you to call me the day of. I don't want a text saying that you're not coming. I'm working on the party for the people who come. So don't give me your excuses. And that's how I live. So you can invite me to the book club and I'm just not going to show up.
Okay. Hey, at least I invited you. You're always invited.
So what do we got going on today?
Today, we have an episode with alum Mel Fine. And we conducted this episode when we were both in LA. We had them pop up and kind of just talk to us a little bit about life after graduation.
Yes.
We were in LA at the time for the LA alumni brunch, and we were doing some rounds with some alums, and this was a really special episode and interview.
Yeah. And there's a couple firsts on here. This was one of the first songwriting majors that we've interviewed. And also, Mel performs in the studio. And I think this was our first live on-air performance.
Yeah, so check it out.
Hey, y'all. So stoked to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. We are so excited to, learn more about you.
I'm excited that we're all here.
I know. We made it through that LA traffic. We did it,
Man, oh my goodness. Yes, it was a journey for sure.
Absolutely.
So how are you? How are things been since you've been on your own journey as your own artist? And
yeah, how long have you been out in LA?
I moved out to LA like the very beginning of September. So I'm still an LA baby.
Okay.
But honestly, everything's been great so far. Like I graduated from Berkeley in May of 2023. And then I spent the summer just recollecting my life and, moving all of my stuff to LA. And so, yeah, since coming here, everything's been great. I have been writing a ton. We set up our home studio, which, putting that MP&E degree to use. But so, yeah, it's been really great so far. Just working on kind of how to further my brand and also reach the right people with my music.
Are you happy with this move so far?
I'm so happy with it. I feel like there were a few places we were toying with moving to, and I'm so glad we ended up here.
Yeah.
So
why don't you take us a little bit on your transition from the end of Berkeley to now? How did you navigate that?
For sure. Honestly, it was a whirlwind. And also, I'm so thankful for kind of the unpredictability of how everything has worked out so far. So I graduated from Berkeley literally the day after graduation, I left for the Autumn Scholars London trip. So that was 10 days in the UK. I think we did about 5 days in London and 5 days in Bath. So in London, we saw a bunch of studios and worked with Ken Scott, who was the Beatles's, there we go. Love it. That's language, but who worked with the Beatles. And we assisted on his sessions, and it was just like super cool to be in Abbey Road for like 2 days worth of sessions. And then we went to Peter Gabriel's studio, Real World Studios in Bath, and worked on a full live album of Ethan Johns's Grateful Dead cover tunes. So it was a very cool experience. And also not a lot of time to process a huge change in like my life chapter.
Absolutely.
So I spent the rest of the summer, once I came back, honestly like recollecting. I was wrapping up the Boston portion of my concert series, Mel Fine's Rainbow Room, which is a queer songwriters round, just to highlight queer voices in music, which I'm working on bringing to LA as we speak.
Okay, stay tuned.
Stay tuned, yes. So it was just like juggling a lot of things, like, you know, kind of coming off of the high of the trip, coming off of the high of graduation, realizing, oh my goodness, all the order that I knew is completely gone. So I was like, okay, I guess it's time to create my own order. One thing about me is like I always do things 1,000%. Like I am never like, okay, we're just like kind of going to do this. So the week we were moving out, packing up our Boston apartment, we filmed a music video in our like half empty apartment. We had like a crew of like 10, 15 people. Don't tell our landlord, but whatever. Doesn't matter now. And they were all in the apartment, and we had like a full day shoot to do this kind of final hurrah in Boston, which was this music video.
Where were you in where did you live?
I was in Back Bay, like Berkeley area, Gainsborough Street.
Oh, okay.
So it's fun vibes. Loved it.
Memories.
Good memes there. So it was nice to kind of wrap up that chapter with like a big project like that. And then of course we had to hustle to get everything packed. Then we came out here, set up the home studio, and ever since, like, I have been doing a lot of writing for Sync. I got my first Sync placement, which was really fun. And then just a ton of writing. And then we decided, when I say we, I'm referring to me and my team. So like me, my co-producer Graham, and like all of the other folks who work with us. So we are making an album. And so it's been a lot of planning for that. And then booking shows, and really just like focusing on kind of my online presence and figuring out how to like implement like what's Mel Fine 2.0? What is like the post-Berkeley artist holistically Mel Fine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great question that you kind of pose, because, you know, going through your website and seeing your great music videos, I wanted to know, how would you brand Mel Fine? Like, what is your brand about? And I would also love for you to explain more on like the colors that you choose in your videos. Like, what do these colors mean?
That is such a phenomenal question. I think one thing about me is like, I have always been the weird kid. And not like, you know, I've just always been like the one who's not doing what everyone else is doing. And it's honestly because my brain is not wired that way. So like I personally will like gravitate towards colors that like aren't necessarily trendy, or like things that, you know, I personally like versus like what's quote unquote in. So I love just like the friendly, fun vibes of like bright, vibrant colors. And like that's really what I try to show off in my music, because I want to be really approachable, and like I'm not out here trying to be like an untouchable artist. Like I want to be approachable, relatable, and eye-catching. So all of my things are orange.
They even have orange glasses on, and they fit you so well. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I so appreciate that. Yeah. So the reason I chose orange is because I feel like orange is very like, I feel like it's a polarizing color, honestly. Like some people love it, some people hate it. But it's so bright and fun. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
I love it.
And yeah, it's so bright and so fun. And also like once you see it more and like those who love it, like really love it and understand it. And those who don't get it, don't get it. And that's totally fine. You know, not everyone is going to get my artistry. Not everyone is going to like me. And that's fine. You know, like I'm doing what I'm doing for the people who like it. And those who don't like it, live, laugh, love, you know? But yeah, so for my brand, I like kind of very like cutesy, like combining like very like cutesy, bright, you know, coming off like very friendly with like really tough subjects in my songs. Because like I want to create a space to approach these tough subjects in like a really like soft and approachable way. So yeah, it's like the combo of kind of the bright facade. Like if you've seen on my Instagram, I have a Squishmallow collection that appears in some of my content. And it's like pairing like all of the fun, playful like youth with like the really, really hard things that have gotten me to this point.
So it's kind of like a balance.
Exactly.
I feel like that's kind of like the human attraction of the juxtaposition. You know, I think about beer, you know, the bitterness of the hops with the sweetness of the barley, sweet and sour sauce, like these types of flavors, when they're placed against each other, they complement each other really well. And they pull out these things that you might not notice if it was just on its own. You know, a gray color with a gray dark topic is different than juxtapositioning it with light and levity and energy.
Absolutely. And also like I want my music to be like super accessible, and I don't want people to be deterred from like the hard things that I talk about. So I think presenting with like that very like fun, playful, colorful vibe like allows people that to know that like it's okay to explore these things, and also like we can still be safe in our exploration of those things.
Absolutely. So while you are thinking about this, right, how do you pair this with your lyrics and the music that you create? Like, is it like, what is the process? Like, do you just write the music, or as you're writing the music, like, wow, I can actually display it like this in my music video?
It's so funny because as I'm writing music, like I'm a very like, for me, a lot of things, all of the ideas flow in at the exact same time. So I have a hard time like waiting and planning out separate aspects. Like I am known to just, you know, get all of the ideas at once, like because I see music like very visually. So for instance, I often write, I'll come up with like a little hook idea usually. Honestly, lately I've been writing a lot of verses first, which is new for me. I usually start with a chorus. And I'm a very visual person, so I can like kind of see things playing out in my head like as I'm writing the song. My favorite thing to do is like I'll have my guitarist like play a riff, and then I'll kind of top line over that riff. And from like for instance, yesterday we were writing a song and it ended up being about like losing a parent, which I am fortunate enough to not have had to go through, but I constantly like dread the day that happens to me. And like from the first 3 notes my guitarist played, like I was like, okay, this song needs to be about this, because I like saw it in my mind. I'm not sure if that answered your question.
No, it did. That's deep. That's really deep. But you just get like themes of songs just by hearing certain chords.
For sure. And yes, exactly. And like I feel like kind of the music will kind of inform my lyric decisions. For me, my emphasis is always telling a very clear story that I will visualize in my head on my like on the creation end of it. And so then listeners should be able to, like, my goal is for listeners to be able to visualize it on their end. So I don't want anything besides like my core where I was coming from, because everyone will kind of, put their own story to it. Like, I don't want anything to get like convoluted along the way. I really want it to be like imagery to imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All this talk about your songwriting and songs.
All this talk.
Maybe we should just give the audience an example.
Sure, why not?
Would you like to play a little something?
Sounds fun.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Hey, Jaquel.
Hey, boss, what's up?
Have you ever been out somewhere and you were like, I wish I could go home again?
Honestly, I actually do.
Well, if you are an alum of Berklee, Boston Conservatory, Berklee Valencia, Berklee NYC, do I have some good news for you? You can come home again, September 18th and 19th at Berklee's first ever homecoming.
Oh my goodness, I could not wait. What should they expect?
We will have opportunities to connect, perform, workshops. We're going to have a alumni brunch, and we will have performances by Susan Tedeschi, Tiwa Savage, Dogs in a Pile, Fabiola Mendez, and friend of the show, Dreon.
We are so excited to connect with everyone, to see everyone, and just to have some fun. So we are looking forward to seeing you. Make sure you buy those tickets. Where can they find the tickets at, boss?
Yes, you can buy tickets at berkeley.edu/homecoming. If you have any questions, you can also email homecoming@berkeley.edu. I will be there.
Yes.
So there's that as well.
Same. I'll be there as well.
So come back home to the Berklee first ever homecoming.
See you there.
This song is called Like He Gets to Love Her. He's 6'5", she's dressed in white. They walk slow on the sidewalk, holding hands because they can. And no one gives a damn across the street. It's you and me, eyes at our feet as we small talk. We understand if we held hands, they'd see two best friends. But what if I wanna hold you outside when the air gets cold? And what if I wanna kiss you in the aisles of the grocery store? And what if I wanna bring you home, introduce you to the neighbors next door? And what if I wanna love you like he gets to love her? We sit and wait, they call my name, 6 a.m. in the ER. The doctor says you can't come in, 'cause he sees two best friends. But what if I wanna hold you outside when the air gets cold? And what if I wanna kiss you in the aisles of the grocery store? And what if I wanna bring you home, introduce you to the neighbors next door? And what if I wanna love you? And what if I wanna hold you every day until we get old? And what if I wanna kiss you at the altar because I'm sure? And what if I wanna be your home, see your face each night I walk through the door? And what if I wanna love you like he gets to love her? Thanks, y'all.
That was really good.
So this is kind of like a sample of how I would approach like writing a song. For instance, like the one that I was kind of mentioning, y'all can get a sneak peek. This song was birthed literally yesterday. So Graham Finn, my guitarist, as you can hear, he's playing like a really sad riff, right? I don't know. To me, it sounds like it's like sad with like an undertone of like a little bit of like nostalgia to it. So immediately I come up with this verse that I'm about to sing. Watch your hair grow streaks of gray, another wrinkle on your face. I know each one holds one of our memories. And then I was like, okay, this is something I've been feeling for a while, because every time my parents visit, it's so happy to see them. But then I'm like, oh my goodness, like how many more times will they visit before they won't be able to visit anymore? So then this was one of the songs that came to me a bit faster because it's been like pent up inside. I feel like I kind of have two vibes, which is it all flows out of me like lava. I'm like, you know, writing the full song in half an hour, or like the song takes days. And I think this one was one of the ones where it's like a faster burn. So then I'll sing to you the verse that I came up after for like right after that. So of our memories was what we just heard. So. It's a privilege, people say, that I get to watch you age. But what'll it become when you forget my name? So it's like kind of acknowledging the happiness of like, it's so great that I get to be here for you, but also it's gonna sting. And this is a very universal feeling. Like I want to use things like the hair growing streaks of gray and wrinkles, like something everyone experiences, that the listener can then apply it to their parent. So for me, for choruses, I like to do something that kind of encapsulates the verses. Because something I learned in the Berklee songwriting department, which is like one of my favorite songwriting techniques, is writing to the hook. So this song is actually funny because I wrote the verses first. So I honestly wrote the hook of the chorus to the verses. But it's just a great way to like make your song really cohesive. And I think that is something that I have carried with me and constantly do every single day in my career. So I'll sing you the pre-chorus and the chorus. Picture the day like it's today. Then the chorus. Fast forward in my mind, imagining the life I'll have when I can't call you up and ask you for advice. I catastrophize, bury you alive, even when I know that you're alright. It feels like the last time. Yeah, so that's kind of a little bit of a sample of how I approach writing a song. And again, pairing this really, really difficult topic with like my whole brand and my whole like approachability and like fun-loving personality, like I think it makes it a little easier to talk about.
So that was awesome to kind of get an insight into your mind and how you walk through that. At what point did this kind of artistic persona come out of you?
It is so funny because I feel like I've had so many stages of where I am today. Like I saw the little artist, well, looking back, I saw the little artist emerge like as early as 7 when I would be in musicals, and me and my best friend would do a dinner show every night for my mom. She was a really good sport watching us do stream of consciousness songs every night at dinner. But, and then like at 12, I started like writing music. And I released my first album at 14 under my dead name. So I was really trying to be like a pop girly. And I was trying everything to conform, like that self, the fun-loving self that I had at 7, like totally gone. And it was like trying everything to just be like mainstream pop artist. And I did that for a few years, honestly, up until coming to Berklee. I would say up until like my freshman year of Berklee, I was really trying to just be someone else with my music. And then my freshman year of Berklee, I feel like with the help of the songwriting classes and like having to kind of have prompted writing, it made me think, like, what do I actually want to say with my music? And then I got a bit more comfortable like in my queerness, and then recently more comfortable in my neurodivergence. But my sophomore year of Berklee, I came out as non-binary, and that opened a lot of doors for my artistry as it is right now. I released my song In Between. And then I realized like there's no outward convention for like no social convention for like what non-binary artists can do, because we've seen like the like quote unquote male pop artists and the female pop artists, which like gender's a construct, like, you know, obviously like do what you're comfortable with. But then I was like, oh, like I don't have to fit into that in order to be me. And so I started kind of almost going back to like my younger self and like that 7-year-old. And that's like, again, when I say like I like to focus on like playfulness and like youth and brightness, like it's an homage to them, basically. So I would say it emerged very young. It went to sleep for a while, and now it's back.
Yes. Can you explain more about like why you drew so close to storytelling, like songwriting, like how you was able to, like, why did you choose storytelling when you choose to write? You know, like what's the importance behind that, or like what was the inspiration of writing stories?
For sure. To be fully honest, and I'm totally about to like expose my niche secrets. This is not a secret at all, but I was a huge theater kid.
Okay.
And then my favorite aspect of like being in musicals was telling the story. And then I realized that I'm like a horrible actor. No, I'm kidding. I'm fine at acting, but I realized that acting was not like what I wanted to do. And then I realized that you can tell stories through just the music alone. And I think like Berklee definitely taught me, honestly, I had a life-changing professor, Susan Catania, and she was the one who kind of taught me like how to like put these little details in your verses so that you can picture, you know, picture the things, or like, and here you are very specific and here you're more broad, like, and that has really shaped like my ability to storytell in songwriting. And like, obviously, like, I love a song that's just like a bop with kind of like, you know, no story, but we can just vibe. And also, like, I have the ability to like move people emotionally. And so why not do that for me, at least? Because there are people who can write an absolute bop that the lyrics like aren't like deep, and I love those. And also like there are people for that, and I am people for this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In the alumni office, one of our biggest questions is about recent graduates and what does it feel like entering the industry at this point? I think it's always kind of terrifying to be going into an artistic career, but I know when I got out of film school, and I've had this kind of similar story told before, like, you know, I came back to Boston from Chicago and I was like, I'm here. Let me pick which job I want.
Mood.
How does it feel to graduate in this era and navigate that?
I will say it's scary, especially like post-COVID recession, because I was applying for a lot of like part-time, just like barista jobs or like Trader Joe's. I got rejected from Trader Joe's, which RIP. My little gay self will mourn that forever, but that's okay. And honestly, it was a blessing in disguise.
Did you already buy the Hawaiian shirt?
Well, okay, I have one. So like it was, you know, but yeah, so it was honestly a moment of panic. Like I would be lying if I didn't say that. And also like music is more accessible than ever nowadays. Like folks can produce from home. Like there's even like, you know, things on your internet browser where you can like produce music. Like, so it's really nice because like Graham and I, with both of the skills that all of the skills we've gotten from Berklee, we can be pretty much like self-sufficient, like something we need to pay like a tracking engineer for, we both can do. So honestly, like with my skills from Berklee and with the current like accessibility of like music creation tools, like it is really nice. I will say like being an artist in the age of TikTok is terrifying because it's not reliant on like talent and skill. It's like, obviously there are people who trend and like go viral that are phenomenal, and I'm not trying to discount that. And also like in order for you to get recognition, you need to have that. happen. So like right now I'm working on like how to make my content the most effective as possible while still being me. I took a little break and I'm finally back to posting, but it's hard, especially like with the demand of like the instant gratification of social media.
Absolutely.
So I would say it has a lot of positive elements and a lot of negative elements. But I'm super lucky that I landed on dog walking for my part-time gig. So I have a super flexible schedule and can devote the time to my music. And honestly, like I'm starting to get like my first bit of revenue coming from music. Like, again, I'm very like,
Congrats.
thank you. Like I'm far along in like knowing who I am as an artist. But I'm starting out, especially since like I totally did an overhaul of my artist project because like my dead name, bye-bye, and everything. So baby in the like starting out as like an artist under this name, but like confident in knowing who I am and that I have the chops to back that up.
Mm-hmm. Well, plus social media is changing. You know, like when you talk about social media, it seems like a big monolith. But really, if you peel it back, you know, we're looking at, I love how society has just decided to call it X, formerly known as Twitter, just like all one word.
Literally.
You know, that's not as huge as it was. Facebook obviously isn't as like the quintessential social media site. You have Instagram and TikTok, but that's about it. You know, it's not like a huge thing, and it's a lot of adaptability. It's a lot of day to day. But you know, I think the thing that I like that you're saying is you're keeping yourself consistent, and it's not trying to morph to these different things. It's okay, this is who I am, and I'll take whatever opportunity I can.
And
For
I also
sure.
think that's important for your fans as well. Like, you know, you have like your niche fans. If they are going, if this is what they want to listen to, then that's what they want to listen to. You know, like people go to what they can relate to or what emotion that they're feeling. Like in the song that you was just reciting for us, the last time you was talking about how you can format emotions into stories, like, and you was saying how the songwriter professor was saying adding little details makes you kind of, you know, think on certain things. So when you was singing that song, it made me think of my grandma. Like I'm super close with my grandma. So, you know, just the lyrics of like, you know, I'm not going to always, like, people are telling me that I'm lucky, but like it won't always be this way. Like it's just so deep and something that everyone can relate to. So just want to give you some flowers on that.
Thank you. You're
Yes,
so sweet. And like, that's
absolutely.
exactly what I'm talking about with like, for instance, like I was thinking about like both of my parents, but you might think of your grandparents. Like my songs are like, I want them to be for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's the collaboration between the audience and the artist.
Totally. And that's huge for me.
Yes, absolutely. One thing I wanted to talk about was when we had spoke before, you were mentioning how, you know, like you didn't consider yourself to be a regular kid. Like your brain was wired in a different way. And there were some times where you just needed an escape, and you found that escape to be in your music. And so I wanted to know like how Berklee was able, like kind of aided you into like being more comfortable in who you are as a person in your craft.
For sure. I think being at Berklee was the first time I was surrounded by like people very similar to me. Because like, for instance, like in my high school, like I had a solid group of friends, like, you know, can't complain there. But I always felt really like an outsider to them. And I don't necessarily think they viewed me that way, but it was because like I had this like pull to music that like I couldn't really explain. And so it was so nice to be surrounded by people with the same thing. And also like I met like a lot of friends with similar identities to me. And like that was like the first time I was kind of in a larger pool of people, of creative people. I also think like writing prompts, again, like obviously like sometimes it's hard to like whip out a song about a random thing that you weren't thinking about that week when you also have, you know, other homework.
Yeah.
But I think like the prompts like really led me to kind of dig deeper into myself. And I think like it was very inspiring to see everyone, because everyone at Berklee is an artist like in some way, you know, whether it was like the people who were trying to like be artists, it was, or like, you know, people who are like an artist, like engineering in the studio. Like, I think it was really great to kind of have that modeled for me where like, you know, the upper semester artists when I first got there are like doing shows and like posting and like all of that thing. So I think like that was the first time I really saw it firsthand and was like, oh, okay, this is something attainable that I can actually do.
I think it's interesting too when you're learning how your creative style is. You know, when you're in school, you have to have a project that semester, but the inspiration might not be there. You know,
totally. I've written my fair share of mediocre songs for an assignment. But
I have a lot of college film projects that are like, what was that? I still don't know. There's some part of like your subconscious that's in there, but it's not what you want it to be. So has that changed since you've kind of left Berkeley?
Honestly, I have found writing way easier after graduating. That might be a hot take, but I think like the inspiration is really like, okay, I think Berkeley like prepared me to look for inspiration in different places. And now I'm finally able to like implement that. I think like, you know, I was kind of a little stressed on Berkeley and like shocker. But now like I can finally like take those things and like run with them. Like for instance, like I keep a little note on my phone of song seeds, which for those of you who have been in the Berkeley songwriting department, like that might sound familiar to you, but like, so now I can finally take the time to really like look for the things that I learned in real life. And I feel like now I'm finally digesting them. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are nearing in on our time, like one of the last things that I kind of want to talk about was you mentioned that you was able to receive a scholarship to attend Berkeley. And I wanted to know, like, what does giving back mean to you? Like, what is the importance?
I think for me, I just think of like all of the people who have helped me get to where I am. Like whether it be like my private instructor, Alona, who is like amazing and we still keep in touch, or like the songwriting faculty. And like, I think about where I would be if I didn't have those people. And I like would love to be someone like that for other people. And so like, for instance, like with my music or like with my like activism through music, like it's giving back to the communities that helped me and made me who I am. And like, I would love to like be able to do that for other folks. I would love to be someone that like, I wish I had to look up to. And I think giving back is like along the lines of that.
So you have to commit. We all have to commit.
Yes.
5 years from now.
5 years from now.
We all have to come back and see what you're up to.
That would be so fun.
Yes.
Who knows?
Sounds great.
I see tours, maybe.
I hope so. That
sold
would be
out shows.
You might come in with teal glasses. We don't know.
Wow, that would be a plot twist.
Right?
Honestly.
Lime green, maybe. I don't know.
Ooh, I do
Electric
love green.
yellow. I don't.
I love
We're
it.
just spitting everything out there.
That would
but
be so fun.
I would love to see that.
Well, thanks so much for coming and sharing. And, you know, this is our first performing art. No, well, you're our first performer in studio.
In person.
Yes.
Feeling honored.
Live.
Very brave.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, it is not easy. This is a very tough audience to
y'all are scary.
put anything through. So
No, you blew it out the park. That was
thank you.
amazing. And we're back from our episode with Mel Fine. Boss, what were your thoughts?
Well, as a songwriter myself, I just want to applaud Mel for, you know, putting themselves out there in the sense of songwriting is very vulnerable. It goes into the deepest, darkest crevices of your soul. To put yourself out there like that, it takes a lot of patience and it takes a lot of vulnerability, and it also takes a lot of resilience in order to do that, because sometimes you don't want to. But when you choose it as your career, that's what you're doing every day. So it takes a lot of self-care. It takes a lot of thought and intention in terms of getting your messages and your stories out there.
Yeah, you got to be real vulnerable and like just put your heart on your sleeve for real. I really appreciate it when Mel was walking us through the songwriting and how they did it for the second song that they performed. First of all, how cool is it having like our own personal live performance. Like I felt so special. Loved every second. But just understanding how an artist puts a song together really just opened up my mind. Like artists have their own process, right? And to see how it all comes together is really cool.
Yeah.
And I really also appreciated how Mel talked about, you know, just life after graduation. I think it could be really helpful for our new alums in the community.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, everybody's process is different. And then when you co-write with folks, then that's a whole other dance. So
Yeah.
it's cool to give the songwriting alums some props because that's very challenging work.
Yeah, so last episode of the season 4. How are we feeling? Excited?
Yeah, I was actually just going through the slate of interviews that we already have, and we're doing pretty good. So we're going to take a couple of months off. We have some new students that we have to train. We just hired a whole slate of new students.
Yes.
And we'll come back in September, and we'll be ready to go.
Right. New voices in the commercials, new names you're going to be hearing. So be prepared. We are so happy and thankful for your continued support. And make sure you tuned in September for season 4. Who's playing us out, boss?
Today we have Vincent playing us out with Higher.
Enjoy your summer.
I hope everybody had a good Pride Month. There's still one more weekend in Pride, so everybody go out and celebrate.
Where have you been all my life? And boy, don't stop taking me. Midnight in Brooklyn, you leaned in first. I wasn't looking, but there you were. My fallen angel, calling my name, calling my name. My fallen angel, calling my name, calling my name. Lost in a dark room, walking on air. Don't have to see you.